Swami on The Debate at 9, presented by Amity University, powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group and Century Ply.
Good evening and welcome. Anyone associated with the PFI should be arrested and picked up. Just the ban is not enough. None of the PFI leaders should be allowed to escape the country. By dissolving the PFI after the ban this morning, the PFI leaders who were strutting around till yesterday saying nobody can touch us, they're trying to avoid arrest. They're all cowards. They're trying to avoid arrest. They're trying to avoid legal scrutiny. They must be rounded up. An example has to be made about this organization so that there is no PFI clone in the future. As I said yesterday, viewers, this is a fight for the soul of the nation. To preserve Indian identity, to preserve Indian culture, and to preserve the Indian way of life, Bharatiyata. The PFI, a foreign import, was trying to change the character of this country and provoke the Muslim community. Therefore, this is a time for all of us to be very alert. And I think that unless we are extremely vigilant, the hardcore PFI cadre will morph overnight into some new organization, morph under some new entity and under some new name. If we value our democracy, we cannot allow groups like the PFI to exploit it. The PFI is the real face of terrorism. Laws against terrorism and terror supporters have to be made more stringent, viewers. Very stringent, totally unforgiving. High-end technology has to be used. There has to be biometric tracking, face recognition of every PFI supporter. Nobody should be spared, and also every ex-supporter. Viewers, some people think my views on this are too extreme, but they are not. Because the truth is, radicals never turn new leaves. Let's not fool ourselves. Wokes who don't understand what this country is about cannot run this country, cannot decide the narrative in this country, and they must not be allowed to ruin it. The right-thinking people of the country. I repeat, viewers, please understand what I'm saying. The right-thinking people of this country must become more vocal. The right-thinking nationalists in this country must become far more assertive. Today, viewers, is a day to contemplate, not celebrate. This ban has to be the start, not the end. So let's debate, viewers. The biggest ever surgical strike, ladies and gentlemen, against terrorism. India takes a firm step. The Modi government takes a firm step, bans the PFI. It's a clear message there will be no compromise on national security. So why politicize it? That's debate number one. And debate number two tonight, protests in front of the Western media's publications office over their anti-Hindu narrative. Is it time to finally call out the Western media's Hindu phobia? That's debate number two. And ladies and gentlemen, here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on the debate tonight. It's the biggest surgical strike within India against terrorism. The Home Ministry bans the Popular Front of India. Links to terror funding, murders and riots. PFI was exposed on Republic TV for 5 years. They are now history. Even Muslim and Christian groups across the country welcome the decision banning the anti-India PFI.
This ban on PFI cannot be supported because actions of some individuals who commit crime does not mean that the organization itself must be banned.
How can you oppose the PFI at the same time question the ban? It's time to stop making it about religion.
पाबंदी लगाना यूएपीए के आधार पर इसका कोई हल नहीं निकलेगा। पहले भी कई संगठनों पर पाबंदी लगी, आरएसएस पर पाबंदी लगी थी, माओइस्ट पर पाबंदी लगी थी।
The opposition spins a failed Hindu extremism narrative. The Congress and left are stunned as India bans the PFI. Indians protest in the UK against the Hindu phobia of the Western media. Fake narrative backfires as temples are targeted. ladies and gentlemen, the PFI has been banned. They have finally been totally banned. Since 2017, we here at Republic have been exposing the real face of the PFI. We have been exposing the truth about who they really are day after day. We are fighting them in multiple courts, and they are a force of terrorism. But just a ban is not the end of this fight, ladies and gentlemen. It has to be the start. Let's debate.
The big breaking news is that the government declares the Popular Front of India as unlawful association, and the central government bans PFI for 5 years.
On Wednesday, India woke up to the news of a national ban on PFI. The gazetted notification from the Ministry of Home Affairs announcing that the radical group Popular Front of India and its affiliates have been banned in the country.
The nation first philosophy resounds loud in the notification issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs. The gadget says that the PFI was indulging in activities which were detrimental to the safety and security of India, to the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the country, potentially could cause communal violence and harm, and that PFI had links with international terrorist organizations like the Islamic State and the Jamaatul Mujahideen Bangladesh. Following the ban, of course, even the online footprint of PFI has been shut off.
The ban on the PFI has been preceded by a 7-day relentless Operation Octopus, which saw raids in over 20 states and over 300 arrests.
Operation Octopus was planned to a perfection, and planning for which went on for months, with Union Home Minister Amit Shah giving overall political guidance, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval supervising the minutiae of the operation, and the IB, NIA and ED chiefs confabulating more than a couple of times to zero down on all the suspects and accused who were arrested in that major swoop down, following which now the PFI stands banned for unlawful activities across the country.
The ban is keeping in mind national interest. It's been welcomed by most sections of the society.
चूँकि ये मामला राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा का मामला है, तो जिस तरह से सरकार ने जो फैसले लिए हैं, बहुत सोच समझ के फैसले लिए हैं. उनके खिलाफ जो उन्होंने राष्ट्र विरोधी कार्य किए हैं, उनके पास उनके पुख्ता सबूत उनके पास मौजूद हैं.
But there are many political parties which are giving it a communal spin.
राइट विंग हो, मिडिल विंग हो, सेंटर विंग हो, कोई विंग हो, जो भी रेडिकलाइजेशन और एक्सट्रीमिज्म की तरफ किसी को लेकर जाता है, उसको अपोज करने की ज़रूरत है. और अगर आप ये कह रहे हैं कि रेडिकलाइजेशन सिर्फ एक तरफ हो रहा है, नहीं, रेडिकलाइजेशन हर तरफ हो रहा है.
And some dragging in the Hindu extremism narrative.
बंदी लगाना यूएपीए के आधार पर इसका कोई हल नहीं निकलेगा. पहले भी कई संगठनों पर पाबंदी लगी, आरएसएस पर पाबंदी लगी थी, माओइस्ट पर पाबंदी लगी थी, लेकिन हल नहीं निकला.
When it comes to national security, there is no compromise. The government's message has been clear. It's not about religion. It's about national security first.
जब लोग जो धर्म के नाम पर या किसी और विचारधारा के नाम पर हिंसा का, लोगों के अंदर वैमनस्यता पैदा करने का, लोगों के अंदर में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट क्रिएट करने का प्रयत्न करते हैं, उसका प्रभाव पूरे देश पर होता है, देश के अंदर भी होता है और देश के बाहर भी होता है. हम लोगों को एक मूक स्पेक्टेटर की तरह, एक चुपचाप रहने वाले स्पेक्टेटर की तरह न होकर जमीन पर काम करना पड़ेगा, अपनी आवाज को बुलंद करना पड़ेगा.
The Modi government has sent out a zero tolerance message to terror and its backers. It's nation first, no compromise. Let's debate.
Viewers, this is about national security and much more needs to be done. In fact, there is a firmness which we see right now, directness, some call it unilateralism, but I feel as far as national security is concerned, there has to be unilateralism. It's not a two-way street. It should never be a two-way street between terrorists and the government. We cannot afford to be a soft state. I welcome into this very important debate. On a day we have taken a historic decision to ban the PFI, General G.D. Bakshi, M.R. Venkatesh, Dr. Ajay Alok, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, Syed Faisal Ali, Vivek Srivastav, Zubair Memon and Maulana Pir Ali Qadri, who is the president of the Markazi Anjuman-e-Qadri from Hyderabad. Thank you very much. Qadri ji, आपको मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है? Qadri ji? Qadri ji, can you hear me? Qadri ji?
Yes, yes.
Maulana Qadri,
सर आवाज
आपको आवाज़ आ रही है Qadri जी?
आपकी
जी
जी आ रही है।
तो ये राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा के हित में बहुत बड़ी डिसीजन ली गई है और आज मैंने अपने इंट्रोडक्शन में कहा कि पीएफआई के टॉप लीडर्स ही क्यों और मिडिल लेवल लीडर्स ही क्यों, पीएफआई से जुड़े हुए जितने लोग हैं उनको अरेस्ट करना चाहिए और उसके साथ साथ मैंने ये भी कहा कि इनको बायोमेट्रिक मैपिंग होनी चाहिए, फेस रिकग्निशन किया जाना चाहिए, इनका इतनी कड़ी तरह से की जानी चाहिए कि जहाँ पे भी वो जाएं उनको फॉलो किया जाए, वो किस रास्ते में हो, वो भारत के किस क्षेत्र में हो, उनको ट्रैक करने की ज़रूरत है क्योंकि ये बहुत ही डेंजरस लोग हैं। और आतंकवादियों का समर्थन करना, जो बॉम्ब आईडी लगाते हैं, पिस्टल आईडी, भारत के खिलाफ इस तरह के कैंपेन करने की कोशिश करते हैं, जिस तरह से टेररिस्ट को ट्रीट किया जाएगा उस तरह से इनको ट्रीट किया जाएगा और जाना चाहिए। और ये शुरुआत होनी चाहिए मौलाना कादरी जी, ये शुरुआत होनी चाहिए ताकि एक तरह से सबको पता चले कि कोई भी इस दिशा में आगे बढ़ेगा तो अंजाम क्या होगा। आप समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात, और मेरी बात को पूरे भारत के लोग समर्थन करते हैं इसका, आप भी समर्थन कीजिए, मुझे लगता है आपको भी करना चाहिए ताकि आगे कोई भी पीएफआई की तरह क्लोन बनने की कोशिश ना करे। सिमी गई पीएफआई, ये तो कोई गेम नहीं है ना, है ना। तो एक बार इन वन वे, इन वन शॉट वी हैव टू फिनिश द प्रॉब्लम। यस मौलाना कादरी, आप अग्री करते हैं कि नहीं मेरे साथ? और दूसरी तरफ जीडी बख्शी है, जनरल बख्शी जवाब देंगे, पहले मौलाना कादरी।
सबसे पहली बात तो यह है कि हम नेशनल सिक्योरिटी को सपोर्ट करते हैं और जब आप नेशनल सिक्योरिटी की बात करेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली आपकी बात को भी सपोर्ट होगी। रहा सवाल पीएफआई पे बैन लगाने की जो बात की गई थी, तो सबसे पहले हमारी ही अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सूफी सज्जादनशीन काउंसिल ने ऑनरेबल होम मिनिस्टर से इस बात की रिक्वेस्ट की थी कि हम इन पर बैन लगाएं। आ रही है सर आपको आवाज मेरी?
आ रही है, मैंने थोड़ा स्टूडियो में आवाज बढ़ाने को कहा है जी, प्लीज जी बोलिए
जी। तो हमने अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो ऑल इंडिया सूफी सज्जादनशीन काउंसिल है उसके जरिए, उसके प्लेटफॉर्म पर हमने हमारे होम मिनिस्टर से ऑनरेबल अमित शाह जी को हमने ये आग्रह किया था, रिक्वेस्ट की थी कि आप पीएफआई पर बैन लगाए। ये हमारे मुल्क के लिए घातक है और साथ ही साथ सारी मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी के लिए घातक है, क्योंकि जिस हिसाब से इनके एजिटेशंस वगैरह चल रहे थे, हम इन तमाम चीजों को देखते हुए हमने अपने नजदीक ये तय किया कि अगर हमारे देश को सेफ करना है और हमारी कम्युनिटी को सेफ करना है तो इन पर किसी ना किसी तरीके से बैन लगना जरूरी है। और आज मैं इस पर बैन का वेलकम करता हूं और इस बात का भी मैं बड़े ही दम के साथ ये कह सकता हूं कि आज लाखों मुस्लिम यूथ्स सेफ हो गए हैं इनके जो है शरारत से, क्योंकि जब तक के ये ग्राउंड लेवल पर काम करते रहेंगे किसी ना किसी तरीके से यूथ को बहकाते रहेंगे और अपने भड़काऊ बातों से हमारे देश का माहौल खराब करते रहेंगे। हमारा अपना यही ख्याल था और आज के इस बैन पर हम वेलकम करते हैं और आपकी वो बात की भी मैं तारीफ करता हूं कि इनके आधार को ब्लॉक करना चाहिए, वरना सिमी की तरह फिर ये पीएफआई को नया रुख लेकर आएगी तो इनको ट्रैकिंग में भी रखना चाहिए, लेकिन साथ ही साथ ये भी सोचना है कि पीएफआई के नाम पर किसी भी इनोसेंट को जो है ना सताया जाए, क्योंकि अगर हम इस तरीके से हमारा दायरा बढ़ा देंगे, सर्कल अगर हम बढ़ाते चले जाएंगे तो बहुत सारे इनोसेंट्स इसकी जद में ना आए। हमारे लॉ एंड ऑर्डर में ये चीज को भी हमको गौर करने की जरूरत है।
बिल्कुल 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 बिल्कुल, बहुत अच्छी बात है। आप समझ गए ना जुबैर जी, आपकी ट्यून बदली कि नहीं बदली? एमआर, आई वांट टू नो वेदर जुबैर अहमद has changed his tune today because he was getting very aggressive about the PFI 2 days back.
I think Arnab, the writing is on the wall. And I think he spoke very sensibly. Let us welcome it first without we welcome it and we salute you, sir. This is how nationalists have to act, whether they are Hindus or Muslims, and they have to welcome such ban on all sorts of extremists. And there must be no ifs and buts and trying to monkey balance between ban the Bajrang Dal if you ban the Simi, ban the RSS if you ban the PFI. No such ifs and buts on terrorism. So I welcome you, sir. Second, I think, Arnab, we must congratulate the men in uniform, and I am told there are several people, experts, who are not men in the uniform, who actually supported it. I was stunned to know the extent of this operation. I cannot actually reveal it on live television, but I can assure you the people who briefed me today told me that this is some sort of a stunning operation that spanned over several states, involved the police of the local level, involved the ED, involved the NIA, involved the IB, RAW. So many evidences were collected, and this is now being placed before the tribunal. Now all of those who are now crying hoarse can go to the tribunal, and the tribunal is being headed by a single judge of a high court. You can go and say that, look, PFI is a very peaceful organization. All it does is charity. All it does is only nationalistic work. All it does is only social welfare. Go and argue before the judge. Let the authorities place the evidences. Then doodh ka doodh and pani ka pani to ho jayega. So you don't have to worry. 30 days is all that you have to wait. Under section 4 of UAPA, this reference is made to a tribunal, and the law will take its own course. And believe me, this law is not a law that was enacted after 2014. It was enacted in 1967. So this is not something that Narendra Modi has brought in, especially to target minorities, Muslims, youth, all those things. So this is a law that
is very selective.
Sir, ज़्यादा मत बोलिए, आप पे थोक जाएगा. ज़्यादा मत बोलिए. I'm advising you. I'm advising you, sir, free of cost. When a lawyer of my caliber is advising you free of cost, please take it. And I'm telling. No, I'm not avoiding. I'm telling you, advising you. Sir, नहीं तो आपको भी ठोक जाएगा. Sir, selective ban कुछ भी नहीं होता है. Don't open your mouth supporting PFI. आप पे ठोपा जाएगा. UAPA ठोपा जाएगा.
Law should be. Nobody is supporting PFI.
No, this is a no. You can't. I want to make one point here before that. You know, the PFI had to be banned.
Cannot be selective.
Can I request you, Vivek, to come in a moment? It's a very serious thing. You see, viewers, PFI had to be banned. PFI was thinking that by getting a lot of money, General Bakshi, and by being very legalistic, getting a lot of lawyers to back them, by threatening groups, threatening media houses, even threatening governments, beating up policemen, carrying out selective killings, murders, that it will get away and it will provoke the Muslim community in India. Today, apart from people like you, everybody has seen the truth. You see, PFI is a radical organization.
No.
It was 1 minute. The similarity I have to the PFI. Vivek, will you stop speaking over me? More people want to listen to me than listen to you.
No, I'm just asking a simple question.
You see, the similarity of the PFI is to the Muslim Brotherhood.
8 years to recognize.
The similarity of the PFI is to the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. The Muslim Brotherhood is not tolerated in Egypt.
No, the similarity of the
PFI Muslim Brotherhood is not tolerated in Egypt. The Muslim Brotherhood is not tolerated in Saudi Arabia, UAE and other countries. Why should the PFI be allowed in India? Why should the PFI be allowed in India when the Muslim Brotherhood is not tolerated in Egypt, Saudi Arabia and the UAE? Tell me. Someone tell me.
No, because we are a secular country.
Oh, secular country. Oh, secular country. All right. Secularism. There goes the argument. Thank you. I'll have Faisal and Zubair on the right, and I'll have GD Bakshi. GD Bakshi, you heard that? The PFI wants an Islamic rule, wants to turn India into an Islamic state, and Mr. Jinping argues here on the premise of secularism.
You know, this is adding insult to injury. You are saying here is a terrorist organization getting lakhs and lakhs of rupees from foreign sources via Hawala. Here is a terrorist organization that chops off the hands of Christian professors. Here is a terrorist organization which goes around shouting Sar Tan se Juda, and beheads people. This is a terrorist organization that is in cahoots with the IS in Syria and Iraq, with the IS Khorasan, with the Taliban, with the Bangladesh Mujahideen. This is an organization that has created a blueprint for the dismember of India by 2047, right? This is an organization that is talking of Ghazwa Hind, and you say on the grounds of secularism, if you please. I mean, this is a strange definition of secularism, that you must allow your country to be ripped apart by such violent, extremist, terrorist organizations. Thank God, for once we have acted proactively, for once we have hit out before they could do serious damage. That is the way to go. Don't be reactive. Don't be just focused on consequence management. Hit out before they act. Hit out before they kill innocent women, children, old people. Arnab, the simple point that I'm trying to make it, they have a playbook. Lashkar-e-Toiba, you take action against it, it changes the name to Jamaatud Dawa, becomes a charitable organization, if you please, where it is unsecular to take action, changes bank accounts. Here was the SIMI, which for 10 years was the base organization for the creation, activation, operation of the Indian Mujahideen, who, at the behest of the ISI spy masters, started a decade-long campaign of bombing in India. Arnab, it is time for the silent Muslim majority to speak up, like my good friend, the Shia cleric who spoke today. It is time for them to speak up, not in my name. You don't defame the Muslim community of India.
Exactly.
Well said, sir. Well said.
I will not accept it.
That's the point.
Unless they stand up and speak out.
Yes.
Unless they stand up and speak out, I'm afraid at every airport in the world, they will be taken over the coals. There will be racial profiling or ethnic profiling. Do you want to be insulted? How long do you want to be humiliated? The time to speak up is now. My Shia friend spoke up clearly. He's a true, good Indian.
Maulana Qadri, yes, he did.
And I'm sure 99% of our Muslim brethren want to live in peace, want to educate their kids and get on with their lives.
Well said, sir. Well said.
They want nothing to do with organizations like the PFI.
I would say this, listening to you now, that I wonder what people are waiting for. Abhijit is with us tonight after these very wise words of General Bakshi, and my friend Ajay Alok is here, and Zubair is here, and Faisal is here. You see, you must find these claims revolting, that this is a targeting of the Muslim community. No. PFI is targeting the Muslim community by saying that it will turn India into an Islamic state by 2047. Who is that targeting, Abhijit? Who is that targeting, Ajay? Please tell Zubair that they are targeting the Muslim community. Do the Muslims of India want India to turn into an Islamic state? No. The PFI wants. And one more thing, Zubair, I know your hand has been up for a long time, just I'll tell you one more thing. This is India. This was not allowed in Egypt. You know what PFI wanted to do in India, target Prime Minister Modi at a rally in Patna? Did Muslim Brotherhood not attempt to kill then Egyptian President Abdel Nasser, 1954? Attack prime ministers? Are you not seeing? You want India to go that way? Do you want India to go that way? Who are you speaking for, Zubair? No right-thinking Muslim is standing by your words. Change your approach. The Muslim Brotherhood was not tolerated in Egypt, Saudi Arabia, UAE and other countries. And the PFI with its vicious plans to turn India into an Islamic state has not just been banned, but it must be closed down so no clone of it, no clone of the PFI appears anywhere in the national fabric for the next 1,000 years. Do you understand, Zubair? Do you understand, Zubair? And please, you used to come on the program and say, if the government has the guts, why don't they ban it? You saw the guts, no, Zubair? Ajay, does Zubair need another exhibition of guts, Abhijit? He used to come on my program, if the government has the guts, they should ban it. They showed the guts, no?
I have never said so. Sorry, Arnab, you are misquoting me. I have never said so. I just talk on facts and logics. This guts and this hooliganism, I don't never support it, never do I say. And if you pardon me 30 seconds, I can counter you on your points itself. On that Egypt thing and all, if you give me 30 seconds, I can clearly state out.
Okay, so Arnab, may I?
No, he asked for 30 seconds, I'm giving him. He asked for 30 seconds, I'm giving him. Your time starts.
You stated example worldwide of Egypt, of Muslim Brotherhood. We all know Egypt is a Muslim majority country, and Muslim Brotherhood was asking for a Muslim state or an Islamic state or any state they were asking for. That was for the majoritarian side, and it was not allowed in Egypt, and it shouldn't be allowed in any country. Just like in Egypt, in India, we have an organization which is said to be a ex-Maharashtra DGP, a biggest terrorist organization, and it is asking for a Hindu state, and it thrives in India.
No, no. Who said it's a terrorist organization? One minute. Zubair, I'll tell you.
Each and every Indian, each and every panelist out here is fighting for a democratic state.
Zubair,
we are fighting for a democratic state. We are not here to defend PFI, or we are not here to defend RSS. If somebody is asking for an Islamic state, or if somebody is asking for a Hindu state, they should be rightly banned. If somebody is doing terrorist activities, if somebody is doing bomb blasts, or if somebody is doing riots, they should be banned. That's what we are asking for. And that's what every Indian is asking for.
No, you need
But why this selected approach? Isn't the national security not that important?
Yeah.
It is only important when the Muslims are enrolled.
Okay.
It should be, and it will be implemented if we go ahead and keep national security first. And I would rather thank you that you allowed or you started the debate with the Maulana.
I'll tell you. I'll make a point to you. Now, Zubair, just 1 minute now. I'm responding to you and Ajay is coming in after that. No, Zubair, I gave you 3 times the time you asked for. Now it is my turn to respond to you. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Two things. You see, Zubair, Ajay will come in and correct you. Abhijit has not spoken, so I don't want to take their time. I will simply tell you, next time you come to my program, prepare a little bit and say something new. I'll tell you why. RSS was banned 3 times. 1948, 1975 and 1992. Now, the question will be, in 1992, P.V. Narasimha Rao was Prime Minister of India. Why was the ban lifted? Now learn the history. The ban was lifted because the central government, the Congress government, failed to justify the ban before a central tribunal. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The government failed to justify its own ban. So you've got an answer, so wipe the smile off your face. Second point will be made by Ajay Alok. I'll come in after that. Ajay.
You are misleading, sir.
Ajay, no, I'm not. I'm telling you history. You don't know history.
With apology,
Ajay Alok is on the debate with you, Zubair. Ajay Alok is on the debate.
I hope you listen to us.
Ajay Alok is on the debate.
Mr. Zubair, will you listen to us as peacefully as we listen to you? Now, please listen to us. Please listen to us as peacefully we listen to you. Please listen to us. First of all, I would like to tell you that in the history of India, no Hindu or Hindu organization has ever been a threat to the country or for the national security. Get your head very clear with that. Number 2, PFI, you all know how it started. It's an offshoot of Simi after it was banned. What the Simi ideology was, we all have read about Simi ideology. It was started from Darul Fatab to Darul Islam.
That means where you are less in number but you are in a fighting position, fight and make it a complete Darul Islam. So do you, being an Indian, support that kind of an ideology, or anyone sitting on this panel support that kind of an ideology? I hope so, no one else. So why the question, and where is the selectivity? It has been a proven track record by Kerala High Court. Judge Haripal clearly said that PFI is a terrorist organization. Why it is not banned? I don't understand. The central government has done a detailed research where it has been linked and it has been proven. And let me testify to that. Within the banning, the ban came at 5 o'clock in the morning, and 10 o'clock, an official PFI gave a writing into Indian Express, and Indian Express just expressed it in their website link that they have abandoned the PFI. They are not going to appeal against it. What I am ashamed of, that my so-called secular cockroach of this country, my secular cockroaches of this country who support PFI, they are saying this is a selective approach. This is narrative. What is thriving this organization like PFI or SIMI? It's not the Muslim Brotherhood of this country. They don't believe. Today I have spoken not less than 200 to 300. They all said that their action is fairly good and this is justified. Because they are targeting the Muslim community of this country. They are not targeting me. They are not targeting youth. They are trying to blindfold the Muslim community of this country that let's make it a Darul Islam. This is the philosophy they are following. And being a true Muslim and true Indian, no one can support this PFI. So to give an argument that this is selectivity, or for that matter RSS, let me tell you, RSS, all the 3 times ban were lifted by the court. Ban were lifted by the court. RSS is one organization after 1962 war, 65 war, 75, 71 war. Everybody praised their role. They were called for the Republic Day parade in Kargil war. Every time they were there. Also, in Corona, during Corona, RSS was there to help. But during Corona, PFI elements in the form of Tablighi Jamaat, they were spitting on people, on health workers, and on man in uniforms.
There is, first of all, we must be very clear. Zubair, 1 minute, I want to go to some other panelists also.
I don't know the source of
Zubair, first of all, just one point. I want to go to Faisal and Abhijit.
I don't have any sources.
You know, viewers, what happened is that till day before yesterday, these PFI fellows and these PFI supporters used to say, you see what will happen if you try to ban the PFI. You just see, you dare to. Nobody can touch us. We have so many lawyers, we have this and that, and we'll do this and that. They were threatening the country. Today, suddenly, Faisal, the PFI said, we are closing it ourselves. Please don't come after us. We'll close up, we'll dissolve, we won't appear. We are disbanding the whole organization. What happened to all those dares, Faisal? Till yesterday, they were daring us. No, what happened to them now?
Yes, Arnab.
I
have nothing to do with the PFI.
Analyze कीजिए ना, आप तो एक तरह से समर्थन करते थे उनका. You used to support them.
PFI guys.
You used to support them.
No.
You used to provide moral justification for them.
We apprehend.
No, you did. No, you did, Faisal. Faisal, you did. Faisal, you used to. You used to. You used to provide covering fire for the PFI. Did you not?
No, never. I very politely saying that I have never appeared on any TV debate on PFI. Please correct yourself. Not on your channel, and neither on any other channel.
You will defend them within a second right now.
Secondly,
you will try to draw an equivalence to RSS. You will try to defend them. You will do that.
No, I will not.
That is the line of your party.
You are trying to
That is your line of your party. Your leader Lalu Prasad said first ban the RSS. He said your leader Lalu Prasad says first ban the RSS. The RSS is worse than the PFI. Why did he say that? Why did Lalu Prasad say that?
Let me say something.
No, but why did Lalu say that?
Yes.
Why did Lalu say that?
Please give me time to speak. Please.
Who will you defend next? The Al Qaeda?
The problem is that this. No, I will not. I condemn what PFI was doing. I condemn what PFI was involved into. I fully and wholeheartedly welcome the ban on PFI or any such organization involved in any extremist or violent act. No mincing of word. Arnab, listen carefully. I am not mincing my words. I very clearly am saying that I never support, or we never support, any organization which propagates or promotes hatred, which promotes violence, which promotes extremism. Let me be very clear. The problem is that what is happening, very conveniently you said that the ban on RSS was thrice and it was lifted. One of the panelists who is very learned supposedly said that it was lifted by the court.
Yes.
No. When RSS was banned in 1948.
But why should RSS be banned? No, just because you are obsessed with them. No, Faisal, 1 minute. Now listen to me. Faisal, you can't give a lecture. Faisal, you can't give a lecture. I'm asking you something. Please take my question. Please. No, you can't. If I let you rant about the RSS, you'll rant for the next half an hour. I have to ask you a question. And my question is this.
No, I will not rant.
No, I will not rant. Everybody who rants says they won't rant.
What one of the panelists said
can rant
is factually incorrect, and you are also factually incorrect.
No, I'll tell you one thing.
You are also factually incorrect.
I'll tell you one thing.
You very conveniently.
No, I'm not factually incorrect. Don't you know, Faisal, I'm never incorrect.
You are not.
I'll tell you.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Let me
I am never incorrect. That is the rule.
How ban was lifted in 1999?
I'll tell you, Faisal. Faisal, no. Faisal,
you are
Faisal, no. Faisal, no. Faisal, please stop. Listen to me.
Not the way.
Listen, no, what is not the way is the way you are talking. Now listen to me. Faisal, wait a minute. No, Baba, I'm countering you. If you don't stop, how will I speak? Please, 1 minute. I'll tell you. There's something called a process.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. Something called a process in this country, Abhijit. Please explain to him. There is something called a court. There is something called a lower court, appellate court, Supreme Court, High Court, every kind of court. Now you can't just say, hey, I don't like the RSS. You ban PFI, but let's also ban the RSS. It doesn't work like that, Baba.
Did I say that?
No. Please listen to me. That's what you're implying, and that's what Zubair is implying. And I need to give you a reasonable, very reasonable, extremely intelligent, well-informed answer to that.
You are implying.
Now, let me tell you.
You are trying to put your words in my mouth.
I'm going to really start hitting my head if you don't respond. Please listen to me. There is a VCK leader. Name is Thol Tirumalavan. He, Abhijit, wanted a ban on the RSS rallies in over 50 places. Madras High Court rejected an urgent hearing on him. Now, contrast this, Abhijit, in May, Kerala High Court, this May, called the PFI, quote, extremist organization indulging in serious acts of violence. So whatever is happening has to happen through the court process. You can't just say, I don't like the RSS. First ban the RSS, then ban the PFI. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way in courts, in investigating agencies, nowhere. Let's not be childish about it, but I want Abhijit to come in. This argument's been going on and on for a week, and I'm truly fed up about it now, Abhijit. Truly fed up. Audio's muted, Abhijit. Just unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Right.
Okay. So, see, just to explain to the other side of the aisle, there is a quantum of proof that the government has to provide to a court in order to justify a ban. You just can't go around banning organizations willy-nilly, and even this ban will be challenged in court and it will be subject to normal judicial norms. The second argument that these people make is, first, why haven't you banned it? Then when you ban it, why did you ban it? Then when you ban it, why did it take you 8 years to ban it? It is basically constant goalpost shifting. Third, you see, Amit Shah has done a huge favor to the Muslim community in India by banning PFI, because today Sunnis have two options here. One is Modi's path of progress, giving them electricity, giving them toilets, giving them higher education and things like that. Remember, this government has spent more on Muslims than all the previous governments have. Or they have the path of going down this path of gripe, extremism, obscurantism of PFI. So it is in fact the Muslims of India who should be celebrating. Fourth, remember this PFI, what a misnomer. It is neither popular because they've never contested an election, nor are they Indian, but they are a front. This is one part of this which is absolutely correct, because they're a front for Sunni and God knows what all other kinds of different organizations. Lastly, is this false equivalent with the RSS and every other Hindu organization that somehow it requires equivalence. If a murderer kills somebody, who do you hang? Do you hang the murderer, or do you hang somebody from the victim's family also to show equivalence? Where is the RSS ever proven to be doing anything here? When was the last ethnic cleansing a la Kashmiri Pandits happening here? Have you ever seen the RSS take part in any 26/11 type event? No. But they want the RSS banned. Why? Because we don't like the RSS. Now there are lots of things I don't like. I don't like the Congress. I don't like lots of organizations. Are we going to go around banning all of them?
The biggest.
Yeah, please let me talk. I did not interrupt. I did not interrupt you. Please do not interrupt me. Lastly, let us come to Madam. Let us come to Madam Brinda Karach. No, sir, it is fact. You feel free to answer when you get your time. Last, I want to come to Madam Brinda Karach. You cannot give any single source. Sir, I am not interrupting you. Please do not interrupt me. She talks about bans. Oh, bans aren't ineffective. You know, they've never really worked, etc. And she gives you 2 examples. Now, I want to give you the other examples of bans that did work. I'm going to read out a list. I want you to tell me if you've ever heard of them in India because they were banned. Al-Qaeda, have you heard of them in India? No. Al-Umar Mujahideen, have you heard of them in India? No. Al-Badr, no. All Tripura Tiger Force, have you heard of them? No. All these are bans that have worked, right? Akhil Bharatiya Nepali Ekta Samaj, this is also banned. Have you heard of them? No. Garo National Liberation Army, have you heard of them? No. Indian Mujahideen, have you heard of them? No. Right, so this just goes on and on and on and on. So these people can keep concocting whatever they want. It is not rhetoric. I mean, I really challenge Zubair to show me the last time an ethnic cleansing took place of Muslims here. I really want to challenge him to show me where the RSS has ever engaged in a 2611 style activity. Of course, he's going to dismiss this as rhetoric. He's never going to come up with an answer.
That's a good point. And they talk about the RSS. I want to make one more point. I tell you, you know, the RSS and General Bakshi will corroborate this.
I would like to
RSS, people say, does the RSS do good work? I say the RSS does some really great work. You want me to Faisal, because you don't like the RSS, I should undermine the great work the RSS does? I'll tell you, the RSS does great work. The RSS, 1 minute, I'm telling you about the RSS now. I'm telling you about the RSS now, and General Bakshi will respond. The question is to General Bakshi, Faisal, chillax, man, listen to me. The RSS, chill for a minute. Chill for a minute. Question is, Faisal, the RSS volunteered to get trained by the Indian Army to help with logistics when Pakistan attacked Kashmir in 1948. I really think, I mean, if you want to behave stupidly, you can. The whole world will get to know.
Why is he laughing, Arnab?
I don't know. He's either laughing out of frustration or inability. He has no knowledge of history.
What are you saying, sir? What is your source? What is your source?
This man is crazy. I mean, you want me to respond to you? Can I tell you?
Arnab, I think
he really doesn't know. But I will ignore that. I will just say, I have General Bakshi who is one of India's best-known military historians. I will ask him. General Bakshi, he's laughing like that stupidly, but I will tell you, my information is that the RSS volunteered to get trained by the Indian Army to help in logistics when Pakistan attacked Kashmir in 1948. They also participated in civil and military jobs during the 1962 war. When did the PFI help the Indian Army, sir? General Bakshi, can you ask this man who's laughing like that to tell me when did the PFI help the Indian Army? 1 minute, I'll continue. The RSS set up its education wing called Vidya Bharati in 1977. They have about 13,000 schools. As many as 80,000 Christian and Muslim students are studying in the Vidya Bharati schools. For your kind information, Zubair, since 1952, 10 million, that is 1 crore children have studied in Vidya Bharati schools. So we should ban the RSS for running schools in which Hindu, Christian and Muslim students study? Do you even know anything about the RSS?
I'll reply.
Do you even know anything about the RSS?
I know more than you.
I'll let General Bakshi and Ajay Alok respond to this. This is getting silly. This is getting silly.
I know more than you about the RSS.
Yeah, okay. General Bakshi, please. General Bakshi, you can come in, please. General Bakshi. General Bakshi, you can come in, please. Yeah, I know more facts than you have ever studied in your entire life or will ever do so. Yeah, General Bakshi.
अरे भाई साहब थोड़ा दूसरों को भी मौका दीजिए जनाब आली. Arnab, anybody who served in Arunachal Pradesh, in the northeast, will know the kind of human work that is being done to educate the tribal children. The really, the forgotten of this earth, right? And I had operated in Kishtwar. We had a demographic mix of 60% of the majority community there and 40% minority Hindus, right? And there I found that the terrorists had one answer. Whenever we put pressure on the terrorist tanzeems, whenever we went for the Pakistani people, the foreign terrorists who had come from the other side, and we started slaughtering them as they should be, we found a standard technique: go to a remote village, go to the remotest hamlet, kill 5, 8, 10, 13 of the Hindus. Just slaughter, mostly women and children, because they are the people who used to go up to the higher pastures. Arnab, I know the yeoman service these people did. They stuck their necks out to get me intelligence, to get me help and support, to help in terms of logistics to the army when they had to go chasing these fellows into the high pastures, into the high mountains. I am a personal witness to the yeoman service they rendered, and I am talking especially in Kishtwar. Do you know, Arnab, that in Kishtwar an exodus of Hindus had started? It was, we cracked down. We didn't go around defending every village. We cracked down on the foreign terrorist groups, especially Lashkar-e-Toiba, that were doing these killings. And, we used thermobaric weapons to see that they were brought to justice properly. And we did that twice, and all the killings stopped, and the RSS went and got the people back. Otherwise, like the Kashmiri Pandit, poor Kashmiri Pandits, they would have been rotting till today in refugee camps. You're talking of what is the good the RSS has done. I'm telling you because I am a direct witness, a first-hand
I hope that answers you, Zubair. And
all the Hindus that had
and the other point.
The Hindu
okay. One minute. Zubair wants to counter, and Ajay Alok wants to come in. Ajay Alok, 1 point before you come in, Zubair. 1 point, Zubair. 1 point, Zubair. You know, if there had not been a delay in banning Simi, there would not have been riots in Pune and Kanpur. The Sabarmati Express would not be bombed. 9 members were sent to bomb the RSS and BHP office in Nagpur, May 2001. Thank God the PFI has been banned. You forgot what the Simi did. Ajay, remind him what Simi did. Remind him today, Ajay, what Simi did.
No. I am reminding you of certain other things. Please listen to me, Faisal, then you can answer. Faisal ji, listen to me, then you can answer. What General Bakshi recently just now told, that reminds me of Ralib, Ghalib and Chalib. Now what I'm going to tell you, that will remind Faisal something. 2009, 8 Faisal ji, Lalu Yadav, rail minister, part of the UPA government. And he spoke on the floor of the parliament that he supports Simi and it should not have been banned.
Oh, yeah. Great.
And along with him, Mulayam Singh Yadav was there. On the floor of the parliament, this cannot be denied by anyone. Why he did that? That's why I say that when you support this anti-national people in the name of secularism, we guys are left to nothing but these secular cockroaches of this country are destroying and they need a big on
Okay, Faisal is responding. Last 1 minute, Faisal.
I get a chance to
Faisal.
respond.
Go on, Faisal, quickly.
Yeah. What Ajay Alok is saying, let me remind Ajay Alok, I think he has not been a student of history, that what Sardar Patel said on the floor of the House in 1948.
What Sardar Patel, 2008, Lalu Yadav.
On 4th of February.
2008, Lalu Yadav, rail minister, floor of the parliament.
No. Please don't interrupt. You gave him time.
Sardar Patel never supported Pakistan or Simi.
Yes. Sardar Patel said that RSS is a force of extremism and violence, hate and violence. How can you forget that?
Nehru called him after that. Nehru called RSS on a Republic Day parade.
And he refused.
I am asking about Lalu Prasad Yadav as a railway minister on the floor of the parliament.
Gulwarkar, Sardar Patel refused to meet Gulwarkar thrice.
He doesn't have an answer.
Come on. He has no answer.
Have an answer.
His problem is that he doesn't have the answer.
He has no answer. I'm asking about Lalu
has no answer.
2008, floor of the parliament is quoting Sardar Patel of 1948. And after that, Sardar Patel only lifted.
Why you are...
Nehru called RSS for Republic Day parade. You forget that conveniently.
No,
Okay,
we
viewers.
did not. It was, again you are twisting
You forget
that
Nehru
history.
calling
Again you are
RSS for a
twisting
Republic Day
that history.
parade.
It was
You forget that.
No. I think, I just want to say this, viewers. As I close the debate, the PFI has been banned, and there has been plenty of reactions supporting the ban against this radical outfit, and a big chunk of these reactions are from Indian Muslims. The reactions prove to me, without a doubt, that Indian Muslims have never supported the PFI. It's a very, very small group of politicians who've taken that view. On the other side tonight, we look at that in detail and why some trolls are trying to stereotype this as an attack on communal lines when it absolutely is not. That big debate when I come back on the other side on the day India bans the PFI.
11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
Enroll in any of REVA's wide range of courses designed to take on an evolving education and an expanding future. REVA University.
Indian education sector is looking at a massive upgrade in the syllabus and teaching methods.
Most of the places there is a rote learning. We people have come out with a pedagogy where happiness is at the center.
How will this impact the learners?
It is never about that the old system was old and it had to be junk. No, it's just that we have to constantly adapt ourselves.
To know more, watch HVB Global Academy presents Right to be Happy this weekend only on Republic TV.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
PFI पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया, तो ये जो तंजीम है या जो भी एक संगठन है, ये अभी कुछ ही दिनों से जब से बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट आगे आई हैं और ये सत्ता में आई हैं तब से पॉपुलर फ्रंट बड़ा पॉपुलर हुआ है। उससे पहले तो हम इसको जानते भी नहीं थे।
They were doing all anti-national activities and time had come to ban this organization, and with lot of background work, information, cases and information from all over the state, the government of India under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji and Amit Shah ji has taken a right decision.
ये मेरी जंग थी, मेरे संगठन की लड़ाई थी और हम इस लड़ाई को बड़ी जिम्मेदारी से लड़। काश सही इस्लाम बताया होता, सही मैसेज दिया होता, कौम के नौजवानों को गुमराह नहीं किया होता, तो आज ये बुरे दिन देखने को नहीं मिले। हमें खुशी है कि देश की सरकार ने इनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई करी और हम ऐसे हर संगठन के खिलाफ जो इस्लाम को बदनाम करेंगे, देश के खिलाफ नौजवानों को खड़ा करेंगे, हम उनके लिए लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं, लड़ते रहेंगे और आगे भी लड़ते रहेंगे।
Let's listen to what some people are saying, notably from the religious circles. Maulana Shahabuddin of the All India Tanzeem Ulama-e-Islam stated that the decision to ban PFI had come about as a message of peace from the homeland of Sufis.
कट्टरपंथी संगठन PFI पर प्रतिबंध लगा।
Lieutenant General Anil Chauhan has been appointed as the next Chief of Defence Staff. Lieutenant General Chauhan, who succeeds General Bipin Rawat, will also function as Secretary to the Government of India. Liquor businessman Sameer Mahindru, who was arrested by the ED on charges of scam in Delhi's excise policy today morning, has been sent to ED custody by Rouse Avenue Court till October 6th.